I was departing from Microtech on board the RSI Perseus again, and this time in a new colour, one of several I would try out, this one being mostly blue. Docking up at the station, I was heading in to fit some components, and I'd recently figured out how to get the auto dock to work. It really helps with this ship to have that running properly.
Yeah. On bigger ships, if it starts to...
While most of the components we were fitting would be generously supplied by Fadinator, I needed to pick up the quantum drive, the Erebus, that was suggested in the last video. This drive is more efficient than the stock drive, meaning we can go further for less fuel. And back at the ship, we were loading up on supplies.
I'm dying of thirst, so I need a drink. I'm always dying of, you know this, I'm always dying of thirst.
We'd have a good stock of drinks in the galley, and I'd bring a box on board for storing ammo for the crew, though getting it all the way in was a bit tricky. First, I thought about keeping the ammo box in the armory, but space in here is pretty tight. For now though, we'd be setting out, once again on the way to Nick's, but at the gateway, I'd encounter a situation that I had yet to experience myself.
Rock.
Ah, we're okay. That was pretty close to be fair. Like, sure we were going to avoid it, but it was closer than I should have done.
I was approaching the wormhole like I'd done dozens of times before, but this time I was not getting any of the systems feedback I would expect when in nav mode near a wormhole.
Why is our quantum drive not... I swapped out the quantum drive, so I have to like turn any extra things on to get the goddamn jump module to work.
Yeah, you have to give it power, I think. We're behind it? No.
It's a systems issue. You know, I'm not getting the jump module activated, the spooling, all of the, you know, jump conditions met, whatever. Yeah, I'm not getting any of that right now. So.
Furball would chime in with the cause.
Hey,
Yeah.
when you swapped out for the Erebus,
Yeah.
did you remember to reinstall the jump drive?
I don't know what that means.
You have to buy one back at the station.
Yeah, so when you swap out your quantum drive,
Yeah.
if you don't, you need to take out your jump drive before you swap, because if you put a new quantum drive in, it automatically unequips your jump drive.
Okay.
So you can quantum, but you just can't jump to different stations.
Yeah,
you can buy one
remove the
over
bubble.
at Nick's. You can buy one over at the Nick's station.
behind us.
Oh, okay, right, okay. Okay, cool. Okay.
And then
Well, we're learning new things all the time now.
So I'd be returning to the gateway station to buy a jump module from the Platinum Bay here.
doing a beautiful hook landing one.
I wasn't alone on board, I had Fingers with me, and I would help direct him to an airlock as we stepped off the ship.
Well, there's ladders in the corner. There's a bunch of them. There's one here, for example. Oh, that works too, actually, yeah. It's even better.
The Ursa makes it so handy.
And in the shop I would double check one last time that we were buying the right thing.
Exodus, is that the one we want? Exodus?
Yes.
Okay, now we've got a goddamn jump drive installed.
I'd also swap out the paint one more time to the final red that we would be sticking with. The paints wear out very, very quickly, way too quickly in my opinion, and you cannot repair them with the repair at a station. The blue just looked really bad as it wore away, so I wanted to try something else. The red at least looks a little more presentable as the paint wears away. Hopefully one day we'll get the ability to repair paints without actually reclaiming the ship. Now, for any viewers that are maybe unfamiliar with the ship, I thought this would be a good time to give a quick tour so you can get your bearings. We saw the top deck in the last video, so we'll immediately head down to the mid deck below. Right at the back we have the engineering room where all of the major components are located. On the port side we have the galley, and since you last saw it we've added a few creature comforts in here. On the starboard side is the crew dorm with 6 bunks. It is quite a comfortable space. There is a bathroom in here too, of course, and access to the armory as well, where weapons have now been added to each of the racks. Moving forward past the elevator and the ladder between decks, we come to the cargo bay. The mid deck has a walkway around the cargo bay from above. And you can deploy a basketball half-court as well, complete with projected lines that look a bit wonky when there is a vehicle in the bay. Moving forwards again, we have the torpedo room where the torpedoes can be locked and fired from, as well as an extra engineering terminal. The torpedoes can be loaded from the 2 rooms adjoining the cargo bay down below. Heading back to the main elevator, I do like that the ladder is visible from inside the elevator itself. At the back of the lower deck there is access to the lower turret, and at the front access to the cargo bay floor. And finally the exterior elevator that grants access to the ship. I was alone again on the ship for now, and I wanted to head for Pyro as I'd not been in a while, and I really wanted to see how the ship fares outside of its main role as a heavy gunship, and instead how it feels as a kind of general daily driver running ground missions. Later on I would be joined by a group on board, but for now it was just Pico and me heading for Pyro. And I get one of those really high-speed exits from the wormhole. I've not had one of those in quite a while. There are plenty of jagged rocks near this jump gate. I was making my way out towards Pyro 4. And en route, I would be joined by Furball and Skysloper. Oh, abandoned outpost, Pyro 4. Yes, we're in business, okay. Look at this boat moving. I was on my way out to kill a target on Pyro 4, and the rest of the gang wouldn't catch up in time, so for this first one at least, it would be just me. Pyro 4. Okay, I see it. Can you breathe on Pyro 4? Does anyone know?
I think Pyro's 4 is the one with the data thing, right?
My plan was to use the XTGO that I brought along with me to make combat a little more interesting than your typical FPS mission. I'm gonna ruin their day with a big robot. And on the descent, the sun was very low in the sky. Before setting out, I would use the medical Ursa on board to set my respawn. The Perseus does not have a medical bay of its own, sadly, but you can work around that with a Nurser. Then it was time to get the Icti ready for the mission.
The medical Ursa is, it's fine, I'm sure it's fine. Closest thing up just in case someone else happens upon us. Probably a good idea to close the ship up right while I'm away from it.
I'd landed out of view beyond a hill, so it would take a little traversing to reach the target area. And as I closed in, the outpost was surprisingly quiet. I found no resistance here, but then I remembered these outposts often have caves underground. Would I be able to get down there though? The gap ahead was too small, I would need to dismount. The target was in the cave up ahead.
Turns out the mission was in a cave underneath the outpost. I got the Icti down quite a way in, but it wouldn't go all the way because the cave was too tight, so I had to abandon it. But I killed the guy, and now I'm gonna get out of here and get that Icti back to the surface, and yeah.
Someone's having fun.
With a bit of work, I was able to get the Icti back to the surface. The team was still on their way out to me, so I'd be departing alone, but on the way back, I'd land the Icti in a tree.
I got the Icti in the tree. That's funny. Robot is on board.
Now, I was just about to use a med pen to heal up my health, but then I remembered that I have a medical Ursa pretty much right next to me.
I know the Perseus doesn't have a med bay, but like just having a medical Ursa in there is as good as one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Pyro 5A, where I'm going.
I'd taken on another very similar job here in Pyro. Maybe the Icti would be more useful on the next one. The mission would see me travelling out to one of the moons of the gas giant Pyro 5. This moon, Ignis, has a really nice colour to it, kind of somewhere between Daymar and Hurston in my opinion.
Let's get some shields on the go.
How long is that gonna take?
I would end up landing on a bit of a slope though.
A reasonable-ish spot. That's sure it's fine. Ignis.
Right.
What, breathable and not breathable? What do we think?
Take your helmet off, let's find out.
Okay, I'm just gonna go outside
Quick.
and we'll find out what happens.
Just gonna wing it.
you know for certain, don't you? You get the thing open and go down there, and I've got my police point set on the medical list, so I'm sure I'll be fine.
50 gig out, so.
The cargo bay was open and I wasn't suffocating to death.
You can breathe here. You can breathe here. It's cold, but you can breathe.
So again I was mounting up in the Icti, and as I left the cargo bay, the angle of this hill would become immediately clear. This time it was clear the target was above ground. Now aiming at a small target with the Icti guns is tricky, so I decided to move in. But with a single burst of enemy fire, the Icti would be disabled. I'd find out why later on. I couldn't hit the main target from here. But I would cook the next grenade a little bit too long.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I'm incapped. The Icti got disabled almost immediately. Like one burst of enemy gunfire and the Icti was completely disabled.
Once again, it would be Furball chiming in with the answer.
Yeah, because with the accuracy bug for the NPCs, all their shots are guaranteed to hit.
Oh shit, okay,
Yeah,
wow.
They're set at 100%.
Damn.
Now, people were still travelling out to me and I had a medbed nearby, so I decided to respawn here.
AI is ignoring their accuracy modifiers, so their accuracy is currently set at 100%.
As I made my way out of the ship via the side airlock this time, support had finally arrived, and I'd bump into Skysloper on the way back to the objective.
Look at you. You ready? Yeah, we'll kill them. Okay, let's go. Watch out, they're on the roof over there. You see where the marker is? Okay.
Alright, yeah, I think.
I got one, he's down. Good work, good work. Check out the Icti, check out how fucking damaged the damn thing looks. I was coming down the hill here, and there were dudes on that building in front of us, on that walkway, right? So I had to abandon it here and kind of like run in over land. It's kind of funny, kind of cool though. Like, it was exciting.
There's some tunnels down here.
I see a dude. With the accuracy of the enemy right now, it's very dangerous. After clearing the place out, we'd be returning to the ship.
Okay, they only left like a 30 gig fuel. No one was hungry up here.
So we can get this goddamn thing open or not. And look at the ship
Lift the
lifting
whole
up.
ship. Like a jack.
Just say no problem, we'll be fine.
It's not good. Everything's good.
More people were arriving on site, so I figured it would be a smart move to move the ship to more level ground. Welcome to the party, pal, as Bruce Willis once said. Get us to more level ground, I think.
Blocking.
It looks like there's a patch over here that might be more level. Okay. That's not too bad, look at that. Rudy was in a carrack and was talking about how nice it is to have access to the top of the ship, which the Perseus also has. The upper airlock on this bridge, on the upper deck, it lets you access the top of the ship, so like for swapping weapons and whatnot, you know, it's kind of useful.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
And get out here onto the roof, you know. I'd return indoors to carry out a quick errand. I'd used only one of 2 available respawns in the medical area, so the med gel needed to be topped up. If both fingers of me died right now, well, one of us would be going back to New Babbage. I had brought med gel along with me though, so I could fill it back up. I'd never refilled med gel though, so this was going to be a first for me. I'm replacing the med gel real quick. I've never done this before. First ever med gel replacement. It was everything I hoped it would be, wow.
Very advanced parking.
Oh my god, look at you! Rudy had landed his carrack right next to my ship, making us neighbours. So I figured, why not return to the top of the ship and see if I could spot him over there.
Starboard side.
Look at that. It's so great. With a crew now assembled, we'd continue our mission running in Pyro, and we will see some of that in the next video, as well as a return to Nyx, where we'd find some bigger targets. Now, I have mentioned this previously, but I just want to remind everyone, Will and I are in the process of moving this month, so videos are going to be a bit spotty during December. I really do appreciate everyone being patient with us, and by the new year, certainly things will be back to normal. As always, I want to thank all of you at home for watching, and all of our very generous patrons that you can see on screen right now. These very generous people keep this channel going with their support, and I want to thank each and every one of you for choosing to support the channel. Thank you all so much. We'll be back with more from Star Citizen very soon.